Why being right feels better than being free? Well, I mean, people just want to be right because it's comfortable and it creates like a cushion for them to feel comfortable in their echo chamber. And um, admitting admitting to that they were wrong about something, it it makes them feel like they have to change. And it's like it's like people who say that all my exes were the problem. And when they say that, they could have like five, six exes, and they'll be right about every single one of them. But what they don't do is look at what's the reason why none of the relationships actually worked out. They don't take a second to have that self reflection to figure out, why none of those relationships and what was their part in those relationships falling apart. They just see that the things that the other person did in each of these relationships, and it could be completely different for each of them. But if they would take time to do that self-reflection, then they might find something within themselves where they were wrong, and then they would have to reflect on that and actually try to make a change in their life. And most people don't want to make a change because, as has been said before, making changes are hard, and just saying that you're right, that makes you uncomfortable. Or it could be like someone that works in the industry, and they get mad because they'll say something like, "This industry is rigged. It doesn't even matter about my talent. um, I'm never going to make it in this business, and no matter how I work the hardest, and I never get pushed up because it's all about something else." But what they don't, they would blame it on something else, but what they should do is take a step back and do that self-reflection, and this self-reflection actually frees yourself, and that's what freedom is. But it's more comfortable to be right about, oh yeah, everything is rigged, I'll never be able to do this. But it's always more than one way to try to figure out a problem. And what you could do is for that type of thing, you could maybe get more education, or try to find out more about that industry. Or you could switch industries, go into another industry where talent does maybe matter. Or whatever the situation is, you just want to, not just feel defeated, or just say that, it is what it is because this industry is rigged. There's nothing I could do about it. Because that's just a comfortable way, and just you could just sit back and say, you know, that's the end of it. That's the end all be all of it. Uh, something another thing. Say like one of your family members. You say to yourself, one of my family members owes me apology, so I'm never going to talk to them again. That's it. I'm never talking to them again because they owe me an apology. But because what they said to you or how they disrespected you, was a valid. And so you might be right in how they disrespected you, or treated you wrong, but that negates all the good times, all the good stuff that y'all had together, and that keeps you trapped in being right, and not having access to that person, um, because you want that apology before you even do anything else. And you could be the bigger person and come forward uh, and say that you were wrong, even when you may not have been, or say that you understand why they said that, or and maybe reconcile that relationship, and that would free up that relationship instead of you being trapped in this little box, uh, saying that I'm right and that's the end all be all. Because I mean, when you burn these type of bridges, you don't know what you're going to be missing out on life. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of things in relationships that people can give you, and that you would never even expect, or you would never even know that's a bonus. But a lot of people, a lot of the times, just don't care. and just want to stay comfortable with being right and move on with their lives. And if you build up like a lot of these things, you built like a cage around yourself, like a cage of being right around yourself, and you don't even know it. You say, I can't do this because, this person owes me an apology. I can't move up in my job because the industry is rigged. I can't get a relationship with the opposite sex because they were all the problem. So why should I even try again? And it just builds walls around you. And the longer that you hold these positions, the more that they close in and tighten your cage and tighten your cage. Uh, at all times, you should try to free yourself up from these walls that are closing in around you. And it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry at certain situations because that's just the way it is. Things will come in your life and make you upset, but to hold those grudges and let those grudges build up around you and while you win forever, then you're missing. Then that becomes burnt bridges of something that could have led you to a prosperous life, or something that a key that you needed to go forward in your life. And sometimes the longer that you hold these grudges, the tighter and tighter that cage gets. And these are just old stresses that are always in the back of your mind, and you think about them at the weirdest times. And when you're released and free from these things, then it makes things a lot better. And it's better for your health. It's better for your mental, physical, spiritual, and everything. All of that plays a part in and not always trying to be right, but trying. I think so. So to top everything off, I think it's good to be right, but it's better to be free.